Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a new chapter of The Twits. The Twits from Roald Dahl. We are starting now the chapter on Mrs. Twit. Mrs. Twit was no better than her husband. She did not, of course, have a hairy face. It was a pity she didn't, because that, at any rate, would have hidden some of her fearful ugliness. Take a look at her.
This is how she looks.
Oh, isn't she beautiful? OMG, look at Mrs. Twit. So pretty. Have you ever seen a woman with an uglier face than that? I doubt it. But the funny thing is that Mrs. Twit wasn't born ugly. She had quite a nice face when she was young. The ugliness had grown upon her year by year as she got older. Why would that happen? I will tell you. If a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on their face. And when that person has ugly thoughts, every day, every week, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier and uglier, until it gets so ugly that you can't bear to look at it. Ooh, look at that. That's how Mrs. Twit looked when she was very young. And then she started having ugly thoughts, pensamientos feos. And she began to look ugly, and then uglier, and then uglier, until now she's really, really ugly because her thoughts are ugly. So she is showing an ugly face. Right? A person who has good thoughts cannot ever be ugly. You can have a wonky nose and crooked teeth and a double chin. You can have a papada and you can have teeth that are sticking out. But if you have good thoughts, they will shine out on your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Look at her. She's not ugly. She's lovely. Even though she has a big nose and her teeth are coming out, she has beautiful thoughts, so she's a lovely person, right? But Mrs. Twit has ugly thoughts, so she's an ugly person. Nothing good shone on Mrs. Twit's face. In her right hand, she carried a walking stick. A walking stick. She used to tell people that this was because she had warts. Warts are verrugas. She had warts growing on the sole of her left foot, and that it was painful walking. Okay? She said that she had warts, verrugas, on the sole of her left foot de su pie izquierdo, en la planta de su pie izquierdo, she had warts, verrugas, and that they hurt, and that is why she needed a walking stick, un bastón, okay? But the real reason was that she carried the stick so that she could hit things with it, like dogs and cats and little children. She liked to hit them when she walked on the streets. Ha! And then she had a glass eye. She had a glass eye. Mrs. Twit had a glass eye that was always looking at the other way. Look at her picture. Okay, that is her walking stick, and that is her glass eye, ojo de vidrio. This is her normal eye, and that is her glass eye. And it's always looking at the other way. Okay? Colorín colorete, este cuento se acabete. Okay? You will have to wait to find out more about the glass eye. The Twits.